Speak to the trees, a spiritual perspective on nature. Do you hear the voice of nature? Intellectually, it is easy to understand the many reasons to change the way that we live upon our earth. Erratic and unpredictable weather, depleted soils, unsafe drinking water, deforestation and vanishing wildlife are all obvious signs that the society we have created is unsustainable. But even with this glaring evidence in front of us, many people are still unwilling to change or even feel that there is no problem to fix. Or worst of all, they feel that they are unable to make a difference in such a big, dysfunctional society. For many, they still cling to outdated ideals and beliefs like an old security blanket, hoping if they just stay hiding beneath it, the problems will disappear. That, or they are too uncomfortable with letting go of aspects of their lives that they feel are necessary to their happiness. It all seems so much easier to carry on with business as usual. But why are the warning signs still not getting through? Our food security, the air we breathe, water we drink, life as we know it, are literally all at stake here. Shouldn't this be enough to shake up humanity? Perhaps the real problem is the disconnect that much of humanity has from the earth. The earth is still seen as a thing rather than our home and our mother that longs to take care of us. When we are disconnected, we cannot hear the cries from the earth, or feel the urgency of these times, or accept the simple lessons and love that nature has to share with us. When we approach nature from an open, spiritual perspective, we soon realize that our life upon this earth becomes an exchange and interaction with our surroundings. There are absolutely no moments when nature will not be engaging with you once you open yourself to it. Once we reconnect, our illusion of separation dissolves and we become aware of the oneness that flows through all of life. Ancient cultures lived and breathed this way of life, and there are communities around the world who still do. Fortunately, any one of us in the modern world can quite simply live a life that is spiritually connected to our earth. No matter if you are in the middle of a busy city or living your life out in the country, nature still surrounds you. It is not as easily accessible for the city dweller, of course, and at times may seem challenging, but you are still breathing air and feeling sunshine. There are plants, trees, pets and birds, and therefore, nature is with you. We are all her children, after all, and this connection is still alive inside all of us, waiting to be awakened. There is no time to waste in reclaiming our divine connection with our Earth Mother. In fact, it is our soul's desire and part of our purpose for being here at this crucial time. Perhaps the most beautiful discovery you will have when you reconnect with nature is the realization that nature has been waiting patiently for your return home. Nature has been waiting for this connection, this healing, since the moment you were born. This explains why babies and small children are always happy when taken outside. They are immediately calmed because nature is familiar. As you reconnect, no matter how many years you have been in absence, you will find that you will not be scolded, reprimanded, or punished. Nature welcomes us with open arms and unconditional love, truly accepting and appreciating us for who we are. Nature can see our divine light, and she teaches us to see the divine light in all other life as well. We recognize that everything on this earth has a consciousness, and that every plant, animal, rock, mineral, snowflake, drop of water, absolutely all of it, has a role and a purpose. We begin to understand and honor the role that we all play as we are all helping one another throughout our ascension and the ascension of our earth. We are all in this together, having chose to be here on the earth through this process, and the earth has chose to help us as well. Every loving act that we share helps others as well as ourselves to become lighter, brighter, ascended versions of ourselves, just as every lower vibration act, such as greed, jealousy, or unthoughtful actions, drops us as well. Nature is here for us. We must simply open our hearts, speak to the trees, tell that bird how much you appreciate their song, let your pets know how much you love them and that you are grateful for their love. Nature is telepathic, so you don't have to speak out loud. You can state these things in your mind as you step out to your car or are walking down the street. Or even think of them as you are falling asleep, as gratitude is a great way to relax the mind and body. You will find that you wake up peaceful, or that your dreams were visited by a messenger from nature with a wisdom for you, or perhaps just a display of gratitude. As I said, nature is ready and willing to engage when we are. We have been shut off for so many years that I have found that many times when I attempt communication with an animal for the first time, they seem caught off guard by my openness. They have come to believe that we are not listening, walk barefoot as much as you can, feel the earth, step gently, notice the sensation of the wind upon your face, the sun on your skin, the smell in the air after a rain. Engage all of your senses and experience nature the way that nature intended. Many times I have had insects land upon my skin, and I have watched them as they scooted up and down my arms. I could feel the strong sensation that it was their wonder and curiosity of me which inspired them to land on my skin in the first place. Notice plants reaching out to you as well, as they long to feel your touch upon their leaves. Ask nature to teach you, and to heal you. Be open to the many different ways that nature will communicate with you. Be observant of all life that crosses your path. Look into plant and animal symbolism, allow yourself to wander and see what you are drawn to. Try daydreaming of your favorite places. What is the landscape like? Is there water, mountains, forest, desert, caves, fields, or pastures? What kind of animal and plant life is there? What is the weather like? Determine what part of nature speaks to your soul. Ask her what you need to know. Be persistent. Be sincere. Be patient. You are developing a friendship, and just as you would go about making friends with another human being, there are the same courtesies to respect in regards to building a friendship with nature as well. Yes, nature wants to communicate, but try not to be too pushy or demanding. And do not be picky about how your interactions will happen. I was stung by a bumblebee this past spring as a reminder to wake up and follow my own heart. I have undergone a lot of growth this past year, and I didn't always care for the message or the way I received it, but I am truly grateful and trusting of it as it has always been in my best interest. Nature is a constant reflection of the life that is around her, therefore she is constantly communicating with us. She is constantly sharing her wisdoms with those who will listen. Sometimes her reflection shows something we don't particularly like, but it always comes with sound advice and an opportunity to grow. No life is better than another. We are not entitled nor superior. To nature, there is no death. She is in a state of constant ebbing and flowing like the tides. She is constantly transforming and is happy to give of herself. This is why it is of utmost importance to give thanks to the earth for her nourishment and support that she provides. A silent thank you before we take a bite of our supper, appreciation for the trees that provided our homes, or taking a moment to stop and admire the sky, no matter the weather. All of these simple acts of gratitude expand our consciousness and the consciousness of our earth. Always remember, absolutely no act of kindness ever goes unnoticed by nature. It is only humans who often fail to notice the subtleties of life. Nature will always long to help you in return. As our connection with the earth strengthens, we will find it impossible to not live our lives in alignment with this connection. We will find ourselves yearning to be outside more and enjoy nature peacefully, without the noise of man. We will stop and pick up that piece of trash. We will be advocates for recycling and reducing waste, and mindfully purchase what we need from responsible and compassionate farmers and companies. We also become fulfilled with simpler activities and will notice that our need for many things will vanish from our lives as we begin to realize just how unnecessary many of them really are. Not only that, as we become more sensitive to the voice of nature, we also become sensitive to the voice of our own bodies. We will notice changes in the foods that we crave and may find ourselves making healthy lifestyle changes as we become more aware of the needs of our bodies. This is us waking up to our own natures, and we will find ourselves healing and shifting into greater vitality. As our connection deepens, our presence becomes gentler, and we will not only find nature gravitating towards us, but other people will as well. Be prepared to hear comments such as, "How are you so calm?" Or "You seem so happy." If you are a parent, you will discover that reconnecting with nature will awaken your inner child, and that you will develop a deeper bond with your own children. You will find yourself feeling like a child again, and your children will respond. They will see you in a way that they never had before, and will know that you see them for who they really are as well. It is when we are surrounded in the unconditional love of our Earth Mother that our own innocence and divine light, and the divine presence of the universe, can flow through us unobstructed and uninhibited. Our true wild natures are revealed to us and set free in this space of unconditional love. So please, step around the bugs on the ground, enjoy the songs of the birds. Appreciate the purpose of all creatures, including the rats, the snakes, and the mosquitoes. Show unabashed and shameless gratitude for the food that you eat and the air that you breathe. Chew slowly. Breathe deeply. Thank the water as you wash your hands, or have a bath, or when refreshing yourself as you sip. Become comfortable in your connection with your Earth Mother, and you will unknowingly be showing the way for others to do the same, and this is when we truly understand the reasons for needing to change the way we live upon this earth. We actually live and become the solution every moment of our lives because we are in constant connection with the earth as she becomes integrated into our being. We are the loving caretakers of our beautiful earth. It is our soul's longing and purpose to do so. Let's allow her to be the magical place that she really is. When we do this, we will discover how magical our lives can really be as well. And remember, it all happens one step, one moment, one day at a time. This is a connection that we are making for the long haul, so don't beat yourself up if you don't feel it all happening right away, or if you ever feel that you aren't doing a good enough job or being a good steward of the earth. Nature knows your heart. We are all getting there, and as long as we remain open for improvement, the changes will happen and our earth will be in good hands.